Okay, let's have a casual talk with my soda. Casual talk. No kadak chai, especially when it's nighttime. Because if I have kadak chai, then I will not be able to sleep. And if I'll not be able to sleep, the next day I'll be grumpy and grouchy. Grumpy, grouchy old man. Anyway, the point of this video is just to have a very casual talk of getting old. I'm getting old, man. Buddha, Buddha. Like I was telling one friend of mine, guy who studied with me in school. He's also my age. He was my senior. He in school. I never thought he would become my client. He became my client, especially at the time of need. He lost his job. I don't know. Out of all the people, he decided to take my service, and he got a job. I'm very proud and honored, and normally the people use this word humbled and all that, but honestly, I was, that humbled that he believed in me, because you always have this, no, people who know you take you for granted. He believed in me and paid me the amount of money, which was expensive, but he got a good job. And after he got a good job, he got the company that kicked him out wanted him back. And then he consulted me again. Being elder to me, he still considered me good enough to take advice. And I told him, no, once someone disrespects you, you don't go back. And they were ready to offer him even higher. Like, for example, he was getting 10, he got 12 after a gap of maybe 6-8 months, 12. And now the same company that terminated everyone in the department in Dubai offered him, like, from 10, for example, he got 12. Now from 12, they're offering him 14, like even higher and a higher position. I told him, no, nothing doing, just don't go back. And exactly as predicted, he didn't go back, and he's happy. That company it's a big famous company, I'll not take the name. They ended up shutting down the entire department because nobody could do the job. He was one of the pioneers, and then they went in a big fiasco. They had to reintegrate the system. Anyway, long story. So what I was telling you is, so he's my age. Like, I'm nearly going to be 50. He's 50 plus. We were talking of the good old days. We were talking of the good old days, yeah, when we were young. I'm 50, going to be 50. We are talking of a day and age where, can you believe there was no internet? There was no internet. There was no Google. There was no, forget ChatGPT. There was no, not even a computer. There was no computer. Can you imagine? There was no smartphone. There was no computer. There was. Can you imagine a life like that? I like I was telling him, like, our lives where we would take a book and study our school books, and the minute we would have like break, let's say we studied for 3-4 hours or whatever you can call it, studies. We would just read or memorize or kill time or do the homework, whatever. No music, huh? You don't even have like MP3. There was a tape deck, tape, Google search. That also you're not allowed to have. And the phone came with a very big cord, very, very big. See some of the old American TV serials or Google search. The phone used to have a very big cord. And some phones had oh, goodness. There was no smartphone. If you had to call someone who went outside, you needed a payphone. There was something called a payphone. Pagers were not invented. You don't know what's a pager, just Google search. It's like if you had a pager and I called you, it would ring and you would see the number, and then you'll go to a payphone and call me back. That's how people used to communicate those days. I know you must be thinking, like, if you're new, what the hell, man? Which planet was this? This was me. This was my life when I was young. So I was talking to him and telling him when our parents would tell us, okay, time for a break. Break for us was we would go out, go outside the house. And going outside the house was a gift, a paradise. And being Indians, we would either have cricket. Cricket was fun. We would take, and because we came from not rich families, we would not have that like wicket, three, stumps. We would just have three stones, and maybe one guy, if he could afford a cricket bat, he would have a bat. Or seriously, sometimes we would even have a big wooden stick we would hold like this, like stick. And the ball was this cheap, a green, bouncy. It used to bounce a lot. So, and obviously you cannot use the actual cricket ball because it was like very hard, made out of that tree or cork or whatever. Because we used to play in a parking place where all cars were parked, so you couldn't take anything hard. And our playground was like a sandy area, like a parking lot where there's only sand in Dubai. And all of us would wear our slippers and shoes, and we didn't care what we were wearing. We just wear some, boys just wear anything. And hey, you pass here. We tell, okay, you stand there, okay. And if that was not available to us, we would play football. Football is just have a ball, six of you there, six of you here. There's a goal post. That also an imaginary, put two stones or two big stones, whatever. So you know what it is. And just kick the ball up and down. Hopefully the ball would not go and hit a car that was passing by. So that was life for us. And man, what joy it would bring for us to play outside. We could play. Today's kids, though, what play? They don't bloody play only. If you tell a child today who's studying, okay, free, your time, take your free time, they'll just take the bloody phone and start scrolling. They lie down and scroll. What a terrible life here. Many of you youngsters will call us, hey, outdated boomers and all. No, we used to go out and play. We used to play, we used to enjoy the fresh air, we used to have physical activity. There was so much of fun. Boys and girls would stand outside, and some would take their cycles and, cheap cycles, not expensive ones. Some would take, there was no skateboard because we were Indian families. Americans have skateboards. And some of them have that, like a scooter. We didn't have that. We just had cycles. Some would have roller skates who were kind of rich. So that was life for us. And just playing in the sand. And seriously, we used to play in the sand. We used to play with the ball. We used to play marbles. You know, marbles? You take this round and play marbles in the sand. And there's a hole dug up in the ground, and whoever you go in the hole, you get 10 points, and then you hit someone, you get a point or something like that. And there was a marbles gambling. Like you would have, you take 5 marbles of yours, not those marbles actually. He would have 5, you would put it in a circle, and your goal is to hit the, every chance you get, you have to put a marble out. If you put it out, you get another chance. So who would get the maximum number of marbles? Oh, what joy it used to bring. What joy those days used to bring us. Playing with the ball and all that. Today, though, it is just WhatsApp and YouTube and TikTok. And sadly, the content is also very questionable. The content is, like, if you go to Instagram, they even have sexualized content. Even if you put kids friendly Instagram, TikTok, you'll see girls with a bikini in the pool, like hardly just covering their nipples and the gap, that wound in between their legs that you call the private parts. And they'll be juggling. And in fact, I'll tell you something real shocking. My daughter, she's 7 years old. Just imagine, Now I'm supposed to be the social media guy. I'm supposed to be like making a living online with technology and all the latest gadgets. I have them. Okay. I was in my room here, sitting here. My daughter was in her room, because I was making videos. And after I finished a video, I thought, okay, time to get up and just take one round, just check what's happening. My wife was in the washroom. So I got up. She was having a shower. I got up and I just peeked and saw where my daughter was lying down with her iPad. Because, if I'm not there, wife is not there. We can't just leave the kid to play something. When my wife comes out of the shower, then she'll keep the iPad aside and then she'll play drawing or something. So just so that she's occupied and but she's afraid of being alone. Okay, she has this fear of ghosts. Okay. So I just put my head and she had this Samsung tablet, the Samsung tablet which I had bought for her. And I noticed that, when I pop my head, my daughter is talking to the tablet. Now, mind you, there is no SIM card, so she can't make calls. But she's talking, and she's actually talking something else. And my daughter doesn't know English fluently. She knows Thai very fluently. English is subpar. I always wanted her to focus on the local language first. And she's talking, and I'm like, who are you talking to? And lo and behold, my daughter is actually talking to Siri. Siri, no, sorry, what is that for the Android? Whatever it is. Not Siri, something. Okay, whatever. You can type out the name. For now, I don't want to type. Okay. So she's talking to that Android device, the voice assistant. And I'm like, what are you asking? Like, I'm telling you, I got shocked because I didn't teach her this. My wife, damn well, she didn't teach her this. I don't know how the hell, really, I'm telling you, to this date, I have no idea who the hell taught her to talk to that device. None of us told her. I don't know if a friend or some, and she's talking to it. And I was like, you're actually talking to it? Like, okay, what did you ask? Like, even I'm not using this feature, by the way. Okay. And she's saying, and with a broken English, she told me she was telling the device, the Gemini, this thing device. She wanted a Chinese game, and she was describing the Chinese game to the device. And I asked her, from where did you see the Chinese game? She saw the Chinese game during a during a YouTube studio for children, YouTube this thing. There was an ad, ads get played. And in that ad, she saw one child playing this game. It's like a Sims, this thing. You're that girl or you're that guy and you're made to do things. You can buy things. You can drive a car. It's like GTA something. You can dress up, wear outfits. So she wanted to play this game. She didn't know the name of the game. Imagine, she didn't know the name of the game. And it was not even, I think, in the same language. It was, I don't know which language did she watch. I didn't know what the game was. And she was telling this device about the game, describing it. And when it didn't give, she tried again. I'll tell you honestly, this is not, I'm not saying this just to, make the video. I was like, bloody hell, yeah. I was like, okay, I guess let her learn because I was not sure whether she'll even get the game. So I came back here, continued making the video. By the time I think my wife went there. And after I finished, I, finished my next video. Again, took a walk. By the time it was time for her to sleep. So I opened and I saw them, okay, getting ready to sleep. So I didn't disturb them. Okay. I came back to my room. Next day, when my daughter came from school, she says, Swadika, Papa, how are you? Came from school. Okay. She always asks me a chocolate. I give her chocolate. Didn't think much about it. Again, same, my daily routine, making a video. When I was taking a break, again, I saw my daughter playing with that Galaxy Tab because this was her break. She always plays with it 1 hour before sleeping. And I asked her just casually, "So, did you get your game? Did you get your game?" And to my surprise, my daughter said, "Yeah, I'm playing the game." Oh, I said, "Oh, you're already playing the game." And out of curiosity, I went and saw the game. She's actually playing the game. I don't know how she got the game. Okay. And then I came and, you know, I sat back here. Wife, before going to sleep, she comes here. And then I thought I would tell her about it. Then I said, okay, listen, she said, anything important because want to go to sleep? I said, we'll talk tomorrow. The following day, I spoke to my wife and told her about this. And my wife was telling me, oh, she knows so much more. And she sometimes, my daughter tells my wife what she wants to buy from like eBay, Amazon.com. We have Shopee. She tells her what to buy, which brand to buy specifically. It cannot be just a doll. It has to be that particular doll. It can't, like, for example, Labu Labu. She wants that particular brand, that particular color, that particular size, even a lanyard, even her socks, even her shoes. She tells my wife. So I was, telling my friend, like, this is what is going on. He's like, yeah, man, what the hell, man? Now, I'm very sure you must, if you're a youngster, you'll be like, ha, ha, ha. Boomers, hey, dumbasses, man, we are smarter than you. Before you jump with joy, just relax. In some areas, yes, you guys are smarter, that you can interact with the device. But in many, many areas, it is proving to be very dangerous. And this is not me giving you gloom and doom. I will give you concerns. I told you, when we were young, we used to go and play outside, physical. Okay, we used to go and play outside, play in the sun, play in the sand, meet the guys, talk to them, even sometimes talk to the girls. Hi, how are you? Or girls would smile and we would smile. Today, that is not there. Today, the boys and girls who use social media, they're not physically talking to anyone. They are doing it online. And online, what do? You go to maybe for example, Tinder, a dating site, or what do? Swipe, 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 swipe. What has to do? When Tinder just got launched and I was there, what has to do? I never used to bother to read. I just put the category 18 to 30 and everyone swipe, 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 just keep doing it. And whoever likes me, likes me. And then copy paste a message. Imagine I was doing this when Tinder started. So now it must be like abused, overused, and overused, and whatever. Just to copy the message. So 100 girls, I would send 100 girls in less than what? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And through that, I used to chat with them and through that, get to know them. Lucky for me, because I was more of a kind of a playboy player, I knew how to soften females, I knew how to get females. They would meet me physically. Me. That's how I ended up with 300, 400 girls in my lifetime. Okay. But today's generation, they can chat with the girl. That is, provided the girl is real, not a bot. But if you were to make the same guy meet a girl physically, I challenge you, he would not have half the skills. Yeah, unless, of course, you're super rich and you have experience. 90%, almost say Pareto principle, 80. They act very bold online, but when they meet the girl face to face, they can't. They just can't. So many of them today are overweight. So many of them, I mean, when I chat with some people, like, okay, are you going out? They don't go to play with their friends. They go to the gym, treadmill, or exercise. There's no social interaction, and only social interaction is nightclub and this and that. Things have changed so much, man. It's become crazy. Like, I have these WhatsApp groups. I have these Facebook groups. I have this social media presence. Just browsing through all that, you end up spending 45 minutes, 1 hour. Sometimes when I check my screen time, 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day. Okay, in my case, I'm earning a livelihood, but there are many people who they don't have any other life other than being in this virtual world. Gaming online, porn, sex is online. In fact, I saw the very disturbing video where a OnlyFans female, she was sitting with her boyfriend. This actually was shown. I can't get which YouTube channel it is. I think a group of 14-year-old boys, 12 to 14, they approached this female. Hey, hi, big fans of yours. And you know why it was embarrassing? These boys are 11 to 13 or 14 years old. She is an adult content creator, adult. She does nudity, sex, and all that. And the boys told her, I'm not exaggerating, huh? I'm being honest. They told her, there is that word crooning or something, crooning or something, which means they were masturbating looking at her. They told her openly. All these boys, 11 to 14, 15, they were telling this female, and she is maybe 20 years older, and she was laughing. We have reached that point. Do you seriously think this is normal? Do you think this is healthy? Being addicted to porn, in fact, forget that. Once upon a time, where if I wanted to write a letter, I told you, I didn't have Google, I didn't have a computer. Writing a letter, how would we write? We would write from the name and the address and then date and then my Loy, my name and address, and then dear sir, subject. Half the page would fill like this, and dear sir, and then we would think, okay, what do I write as a subject? What do I write? So we would think. Today, bloody hell, you talk to any Tom, Dick, and Harry, even a school boy, he will give you a ChatGPT answer. I told you WhatsApp groups. I actually shut down a couple of my WhatsApp groups because everyone was just copy pasting ChatGPT. Everyone was trying to show, oh, I'm smarter than you. Oh, look. Oh, these are the 46 facts which you're saying. Oh, these are the 61 wars that Palestinian, the Hamas had with Israel. And when you ask them, how do you know 61? No, this I kept notes. Hey, shut up. You're using bloody ChatGPT. Everyone was using ChatGPT to communicate. Just imagine how stupid it is when you're communicating to someone, you're copy pasting ChatGPT. He's copy pasting ChatGPT. He is copy pasting. And everyone is doing ChatGPT. Nobody is human. Nobody is talking. Everyone is trying to, I'm smarter than you. There are people who, I hate to say this, but there are people who, they know more about Islam than a person who has practiced Islam for 40 years. A college student or a 20-year-old who has never gone out of his village, who doesn't even practice his own religion, when debating in my WhatsApp group, he is literally quoting the Hadith, the Quran, he's talking about Shia, Sunni, Islam, everything with a person who is nearly 60 years old, a young boy with zero experience of life, is telling a 60-year-old about Quran, Hadith, Shia, Sunni, Islam. And not one line, a big paragraph. And what he was trying to show is, I know more than you. We are living in that day and age. Now, you might say, oh, that is so smart. Of course, if you have the whole Wikipedia in your pocket where you can just click one and give all the information, it doesn't make you smart. It shows that you're not using any of this. How many people don't know how to write an article? don't know how to write. Forget that. They don't know how to talk to a female. They don't know how to talk to a in the real world. They act high and mighty behind a Facebook profile or an Instagram video or TikTok. This thing, oh, flexing my Lamborghini, my expensive, shopping. Oh, the bling, oh, the cash, oh, the private jet. And do you think people used to do this 20, 30 years ago? Eh, Can you imagine in a village? There are 10 houses. Someone would take a photograph of the coffee sandwich that they had and let's say a dessert and go to house number. Hey, see, I had a coffee, I had a sandwich, and I had dessert. Okay, see. Okay, go to the next house. Do you think they would do that for all the 10 houses? No. Today, they will post it online and then wait for everyone to say something. Wow, ooh, like, share, comment. We, what has happened to our generation where you no longer want, you want to look beautiful for the photograph that you post online so that random people, random strangers will post comments and you feel good when a random person talks about it. Yesterday one guy I shared in my group, Andrew Tate's ex has sued him. Okay. And he has countersued her. So I just said, I don't think this female, she's no saint, she's a bimbo. And one of the group members shared her photograph from her Instagram page where she is, wearing a thin, skimpy bikini showing her bum, the bum pose, and, the cameras at the back focusing on her ass. Okay. We have reached, as a society, we have reached where this is normal. To put it in normal terms, it is like your sister, your mother, or your daughter, okay, your sister, your mother, your daughter is opening her legs, lifting her skirt up, opening her legs in the middle of the road, and everyone's passing by. And can you like? Can you put a positive comment? Yeah, look, look, yeah. Do you think this would be normal? Where once upon a time it would be okay, you flexing in the gym and showing your muscles is okay. You're trying to see improvement. But today you flex and then you make sure that you put the right color, right tone. There are softwares to make your abs bulge. You'll do look perfect. There are these apps from face app to body apps where you can look larger, bigger, smaller, leaner, and then they upload it for everyone to see. Today, people have to show their cars, even if it's rented. They have to show their girls. Oh, see, this girl is there with me. Oh, see, look at her ass, man. Look at her. Oh, she's my babes. Hey, man, we're in the nightclub. Oh, she's washing my car. My car is super expensive. Oh, I'm in this private jet and I'm smoking a cigar and giving you words of wisdom. As a society, what has happened to us here? In fact, I was telling my friend that this restaurant, no, Babu India Hot, was passing by the other day to go to the gym. I think I told you this in the video. Father, mother, and three children. And all of them had their smart device. All of them had their phone like this. All of them. Okay. A had their phone like this. Everyone. And I just sat there just looking at the side. I'd ordered tea. They all are looking like this. And the waiter comes because he had given them the menu. And then they all put down their phone and they look and they say, yeah, I would like this. All of them stated. If the order, he wrote it down, he goes back. And then all of them go back to their phone. And then you can see the girl. Just imagine a family, whole family, That's why I told my wife, when we are going out, you don't take your phone, I don't take my phone, nothing. We go as a family. Others, we are not going out. And I've made it a rule. 1 hour before sleeping or half an hour, she can have a iPad. Or if I'm doing my work and you're in the toilet or you're having a shower, okay. Because she's alone in the house. Otherwise, no. Just telling my friend all this. And I'll give one final point before I conclude. I was talking to him and telling him, asking him about his children. He has 2 kids. Kids in the sense they are college going. Now, here's the funny thing. He told me that his daughter is studying in a European country and she has managed to get scholarship. So it's subsidized, okay, because she got a scholarship, very good marks. But he has to spend 100,000 dirhams, okay, because he's based in 100,000 dirhams per year. Asked him how many years? He said 5 years. So I was doing the math. One kid per year for 5 years, 500,000. Okay. He has 2 kids. So now his son also will do it. So 2 kids means 500,000, 500,000, 1 million dirhams. Okay. You can do the conversion. I just told him, because him and I were part of the same school. I told him, man, do you remember how much was our school fees? He started laughing. He said, Loy, when you and I were going to school, the highest we paid was 150 dirhams, 150 per month, which included, I think 60 bucks was for transport. So 90 bucks, 90 was our school fees, 90 per month. Can you imagine that? 90. I'll just give you a calculation. Okay. What, just let me, what is 90 into 12, that is per year, into 12 years. Okay. So my school fees, I'm just taking 90 as a standard. If 90 was the standard, my school fees would be 12,960 for 12 years. My school fees. 12 years. That is 1,000 bucks almost. Say 1,100 per year. Can you believe that? And now he's paying 100,000, that also on scholarship. And by the time his children finish, he has lost 1 million because it's non-refundable. His children don't owe him anything. There's no guarantee his children will look after him. And for all purposes, maybe the daughter will find some guy, marry, and she'll say, you take care of yourself. And the son will find a girlfriend and say, Dad, please, we want our privacy. And he's left alone. So he has invariably just donated 1 million for free. And now he has to live with himself and his wife. Wow. Uh, I was like this. What the hell? This is the changing landscape. Then we spoke about AI, we spoke about other things, we spoke about how life has changed for all of us and the fact that we are growing old. I don't want to bore you with all this, but this is a conversation I had with him. And man, it really made me think. We are getting old. Not only getting old, we're watching so many changes. It's it's exciting, it's fun, but at the same time, it's scary. And the addiction is not yet over. It is only getting more addictive, where AI is literally taking over your life from your sentences to your conversations to even your comments. Nowadays, I heard that you can type and AI will make your comment better for Facebook, for WhatsApp. What the hell is happening here? Bloody madness. We are very soon we'll just give our brains to AI and we'll just sit like this. Okay, write a letter. Okay. Write a cover letter, write a summary, and it's so easy for us to spot. For me, when I receive a cover letter or resume, in seconds I can spot it. I don't need a software because if normally you talk like a human being, but you write like, what the hell is this? It's. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, this is a casual conversation. I'd love to hear your point of view. All right. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. You guys take care.